Welcome to Honest Questions, where we hope to get honest answers. Visit our website at www.honestquestions.co.uk.
Hello and welcome to Honest Questions. Today we're doing something a bit different. Before I tell you about it, I'm going to introduce you to my co-host, Steve.
Hello, everybody.
We've had a few ideas. We've been brainstorming over the weekend, and we decided to come up with how we could help spread awareness for hot topics such as
homeless. Yeah.
This is going to be homeless, what we're going to be talking about today. So one of his first ideas, what if we could spend the day as a homeless man?
Yeah, I think that'd be quite interesting.
So we decided to do a little test run on this to see how it would be. So what we did is we dressed up in old clothes, we dirtied them down. We got dressed like a homeless man, basically.
Well, you did.
Well, I did, yeah. So what we did is we went to Leeds City Centre. We decided to record and see how people reacted to me.
Yeah, for all the expressions they gave, or whether they looked or not.
Then we decided to spend a few hours actually begging, not really going up to people and asking for money.
No, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Exactly. We didn't want to make people feel uncomfortable. Yeah. For the first hour, I sat there with nothing, only my bag with me. That was with my sleeping bag, with a cup in front of me, a Greg's cup.
Yeah.
To see if anyone threw any money in it. I was quite shocked to see how invisible I was.
Yeah, but like you weren't there at all. The people just turned their heads, didn't they?
And they went out of their way to step away from me.
Yeah, averted their eyes.
It's like I had a bubble around me.
Yeah, it was quite scary, really.
So when I was sat there, an incident happened. I was in a busy part of Leeds City Centre. A man fell to the floor.
Yeah, he was sat on a bench, wasn't he? And a guy had put him there because I'd sat on that bench previously, and this guy had come and sat him down at the side of me, and I'd moved to another position.
Well, you were trying to stealthily take pictures.
Yeah, I was trying to
video
of you. And I'd moved out of the way because he'd sat him at the side of me. I thought, it was going to be a bit funny, but just ignored him really. So I carried on with my videoing, and then next thing I knew, you jumped up, didn't you? Because he'd fallen off, hadn't he?
Hobbled over there and checked he were breathing, but what surprised me the most was there was only one other gentleman that stopped.
Yeah. There were hundreds of people, weren't there? I mean, it was packed. It was a busy precinct, wasn't it? And there was lots of people just passing by, ignoring it.
Yeah, and this one gentleman who was kind enough to phone an ambulance, but they presumed I was with him. I had seen this person previously before he was knocked unconscious. He was round the corner where they buy Spice, the drug that's going about the UK at the moment that's dangerous. You don't know much about Spice.
I don't know much about it, no, not personally, no. I've never been involved with anything like that.
Well, Spice started off as a synthetic cannabis that they used to sell legally. It was called a legal high.
So it's smoked like marijuana is?
Exactly the same. It's rolled up into a joint, or they've got a pipe or whatever, put it in the pipe and they smoke it. Yeah. But apparently it's 10 times stronger than cannabis.
No way.
But because it's not regulated in any way now, it is a real issue that's going about, and a lot of people are dying from this.
Yeah, because I just thought this guy must have... Well, I thought there was something wrong with him, because the guy that sat him down and just said, I'll leave you here and I'll be back in a minute. But obviously just sat him down to be out of the way, really, and just do his escape. I don't know what he was doing.
Well, we do have some video footage of this. But with Spice being so potent and it not being regulated in any way, the drug dealers are just putting any old chemical in it.
Yeah, I see.
So no hit of Spice is exactly the same as... So you could take it one day and it'd be totally a different high the next day.
Right, so it's not a plant then, so it's a chemical.
No, what they do is they coat the plants in a chemical, and they can use various chemicals to do this. So it's very dangerous, and a lot of people are dying in the UK because of it. I've had people tell stories, homeless people that have told me stories about they was a heroin addict, and they've started taking Spice, and they even forgot to take the heroin, which is totally unheard of.
Yeah, so like
It's one of them drugs that makes you feel like a zombie.
Yeah.
And once you take it, it hits you like that instantly. It doesn't mess about.
Yeah.
What this gentleman did in town, I believe, is buy some spice. He smoked a bit of it.
Yeah.
And not used to the potency of this.
Yeah, because he was well dressed, really, wasn't he? He had some fashionable clothes on and things. He didn't look like he was homeless or anything. He seemed well
He
dressed.
looked like someone that you see on the street.
Yeah, he just looked well. He was well dressed.
He was
jeans,
clean.
T-shirt,
Very
big black
clean.
T-shirt and everything, wasn't he? Yeah, it surprised me.
And so I don't think he knew the potency of the spice he was buying.
So you think it was his first time, or do you think he just made a mistake, or just somebody told him some?
Well, this is
stuff?
the problem with it not being regulated or anything like this.
Yeah.
Before, when you bought it, it was a legal high, and you knew what was in it then.
Yeah.
But this could be from a different drug dealer, and boom.
Yeah, so every batch is totally different.
It's like playing a game of Russian roulette, is the best way to
Yeah.
describe it. You could get a good batch, and you could get a bad batch.
And he was unlucky. He got a bad one.
I believe so, yeah. Unfortunately, he took a bad turn, and we caught it on camera, where the ambulance came, and the video quality is not the best because it was a little hidden camera as an experiment.
Yeah. We wanted to capture real life, didn't we? We didn't want people to be posing, because they tend to do that if they see a video camera or anything like that. They tend to do totally different things, don't they, rather than just be...
We wanted real reactions, definitely. What I did was, back to the begging, is I decided to split the afternoon up. I would not ask anyone for anything, or I would just sit there on the street, see if anyone came up to me.
Yeah, you just kept your head down, really, didn't you? And not any eye contact or anything like
Well,
that.
after I saw the reaction of people not wanting to make eye contact with me, and they give me a wide berth,
Yeah.
and not look at anyone directly to see if the camera could pick anything else up. And the second hour, we decided we would make a sign, and I can tell you exactly what the sign said. It said, "Been made redundant, lost my home, please help." I didn't ask anyone for anything. All I did was put the sign in front of my bag and just stayed quiet.
The cup, yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
After an hour of sat there, I made a total of £1. That is not the only person. Another person did actually stop me.
Yeah, I remember him coming up with...
And he talked to me for about 10 minutes. This gentleman was... I believe he had learning difficulties, and he was not well dressed. He was a big guy, a very big guy, and his T-shirt didn't even cover half of his stomach. And he was panicking because he's been told that he's been put on universal credit and he doesn't know what's going to happen with the housing. So he said to me he was going to just try getting a residential home for people that can help him manage his money and support him through this, because he didn't know what was going to happen, basically. He asked me where I was living, but I told him I lived in a homeless camp near Leeds City Centre that I told him that he could go to, and there's always place and people look out for him there. The housing people from the government come round and try and see who needs housing and beds, and they try and help out who they can.
That's where we helped, wasn't it? We've taken food down and drink to the same camp.
This is where we met Tammy from a previous interview, collecting wood for the homeless camp.
Yeah.
This gentleman was very worried, and he says, "If things get that bad, can I share a tent with you?" And I said, "Well, there's plenty of tents down there. You're always welcome, if you need to." The gentleman then offered me £10, even though he had very little money himself. He says, "I want to help you. I'm really sorry you're in this situation." And I was like, "Please, just keep your money. Please, just look after yourself."
Yeah, you couldn't have taken money off him, could you?
No, it was a hard situation because I was play acting and people are really in that situation.
Yeah, it's an awkward situation for you in that particular time as well, because it was, you could see that he was in trouble and you couldn't take any money off him, although we would go put back into a donation anyway, won't we?
Well, all money that we collected anyway, well, the £1 of it, we put in a homeless charity box, because wasn't for personal gain, it's to see how people were treated and to see if we could help it anyway. This comes up to a second idea that we had. We have been, as I say, we were brainstorming, and we had an idea about how we could tackle some homeless issues in Leeds and around the Leeds area, because there are many abandoned buildings on the outskirts of Leeds city centre that are not being used for anything, and that we thought, what if we could get
one of these buildings
and teach the homeless people a trade,
or even how to handle money, or anything really, because
life skills basically.
Yeah, life skills, yeah.
And we thought, what if we could get one of these properties and set up like a homeless shelter there, and we could then teach them skills while they're staying there. Obviously there'll be strict rules in no drinking, no drugs, no policy, but there's guaranteed places for people
where they can be warm and fed, and
exactly,
toilets, simple things that most people take for granted.
And in return for us looking after the property, we could offer repairs to the building.
Yeah, there was some maintenance work.
We could teach them ways
how
of
to
plastering, painting, things like this. There's numerous ways we could help people out there.
There's numerous things, isn't there, they can do.
I thought this would be a good idea, like getting a guardianship over a building, and we help
the homeless,
homeless at the same time.
Because you never know who's going to be homeless. Could be me, could be you.
Exactly, it could happen to any of us. They say we are 2 paychecks away from being homeless. How scary is that?
Too scary.
We've had another idea as well. We wanted to spend the night in a homeless camp whilst video recording all this. The same way we did with the begging, we want to do with a number of other situations. So we are looking to buy some cheap film equipment at the moment. We haven't got a budget for it, but we'll try and come up with the money somehow.
Yeah, we will.
But I think this would be a good way to be able to see first person the effects.
Yeah. Well, we've had a few donations on Patreon, haven't we? So, I mean, thank you for those people that are donating for that.
Yes, thank you very much for that. It's amazing. I appreciate everything that you're doing. We couldn't do this, honestly. It's an expensive thing.
Well, it costs us money from fuel alone, doesn't it? And things like that.
It's unbelievable, yeah.
And we can ill afford it ourselves. We're not rich people.
So it's been very tricky, but we are planning on doing this. We are currently looking for cameras that we can use, small cameras that we can record things while it's actually live and happening.
Yeah, microphones, any sort of recording implements for voice as well as video.
Yeah,
if anybody's got anything that they don't want any longer, if they can donate it to us, we'd be grateful.
Definitely.
And I'm sure the homeless people as well that we're trying to help, I'm sure they'll be grateful as well.
So we're going to upload a short video of what we experienced the day we spent as a homeless person, basically. And we hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any feedback or would like to get in touch with us, that'd be awesome. We love hearing from people and if we're doing the right thing or not. So thank you for listening, everyone.
Yes,
once again, thank you to everyone who's supported us on Patreon. It's been amazing, the support we've got so far. We will catch you next time.
Thank you for listening to Honest Questions. If you'd like to get in touch, visit our website at www.honestquestions.co.uk.